Welcome back to Patio Cooking. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. We're about to show you how to make a smoked steakhouse mac and cheese that's gonna get everybody's lips smacking. Guaranteed. Let's get started. Of course, with mac and cheese, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta get some type of noodle. I got shells, but you can use any type of pasta that you like. Just make sure you got 16 ounces of it. Like I said, I'm using the shells. So the first thing we gotta do is get this water seasoned up. I want to give a couple big pinches of salt just to give this water a little flavor. Then I got some olive oil right here, and this is just going to keep those noodles from sticking. Just a little splash. Then just put your noodles in, just like that. We got them in, we'll get those things covered, and now we're gonna go to the most important part, the cheese sauce. Let's go over here and get that started. So the most important part of this mac and cheese has gotta be that cheese sauce. Let's start on these ingredients. I got 16 ounces of sharp white cheddar cheese, 4 ounces of Gruyere, all freshly shredded. I don't do the bag stuff in this. It melts a whole lot better and you get less of a gritty texture. 5 ounces of Parmesan, a little smoked paprika, your favorite hot sauce, butter and flour for that roux, and then I got 3 cups of half and half. So now that we got all these ingredients gone over, we're gonna head over to our heat source and we're gonna start making this roux. All right, to start our roux off, we need a half a stick of butter. All right, so we got this butter melted down. I'm on medium heat right now. I'm just gonna slowly start sprinkling that flour in. Put a little in, start mixing it together. So it looks like we're gonna add just a little more than 2 tablespoons. I'm not liking the way that's thickening up, and that's about where I want this. So 3 tablespoons. This is a perfect roux for that cheese sauce. I'm just gonna let this thicken up and let that flour cook off. You wanna let that flour cook in this butter for at least a minute before you start adding your milk, or half and half, or heavy cream, whatever you got. Another way that you know this roux is done is it starts giving off a real nutty flavor. And when you start smelling that, you know it's ready to start adding that milk in. But like I said, I got half and half just because I think it gives it a little better flavor. So I'm just gonna start slowly mixing that in. And this is about 2 cups of half and half right here. But if you're curious about how I'm cooking this, all the ingredients will be linked below. What we're doing now is we're just gonna keep stirring until this mixture thickens up real nice. Then we'll start adding in that cheese. So now this mixture is where I want it to be. It's thickened up just a little bit, and we're gonna start adding in this cheese just little by little. And we still may need to add some milk, but we're gonna start here. So you can really see now where that roux comes into play. It's really breaking this cheese down and making it really creamy. And that's what we're looking for. Just gonna go ahead and add just another handful of that cheese, add a little more milk. And you're just gonna keep doing that till you get that sauce to consistency where it's just real smooth and creamy. Now that we got all our white cheddar added, I got 5 ounces of shaved Parmesan cheese right here. And I'm just gonna do half the container. You're gonna use that other half later. So about that much, then we're just gonna work it in. Oh, this cheese sauce is coming together real nice. So now that we got that parm worked in, we got that Gruyere, and we're just gonna go ahead and dump it all in. And you might need more liquid to this, and you can just always add it as you go. If it starts looking like it's too thick, just add you some milk. It'll work out. All right, so to me, this is still, after 3 cups, just a little too thick. So I'm just gonna start adding just a little bit more milk. So once you get your cheese mixture where you want it and it's all melted down fairly well, you're gonna start that seasoning process. And to this, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 6 splashes of Cholula hot sauce, but you just use whatever your favorite is. 1, just that many. If you wanna use a little extra, it don't matter, do it. This is your mac and cheese. I'm just showing you the foundation of mine. Get all that mixed in really well. We're gonna add about a teaspoon of black pepper, another teaspoon of smoked paprika. This is gonna help give it a nice smoky flavor. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. All right, so now that we got all our cheese added and melted down, it's looking really good. I don't want this cheese sauce to be super thick. So once we let this thing bake in the smoker for about an hour, all that sauce is gonna thicken up, and you don't want a big dry mac and cheese. So we're gonna let this thing hang out on the heat for just a few more minutes, and we're gonna go over here to these noodles. So as you can see, our noodles right here are done. They're not mush, they're al dente, and that's what you want on this smoked mac and cheese. Like I said, it's gonna cook for another hour. So you don't wanna bring these all the way. Just remember that. So we're gonna get these things drained and added to our pan, and we're gonna start pouring that cheese sauce on top, and I guarantee you it's gonna be real good. Stay with me. All right, to a large mixing bowl, you wanna start adding your noodles. Then we're gonna start adding that cheese sauce that we made right here. We may not use it all, but we're gonna use a lot of it. A little more. Look, you want it swimming in it. That is the goal. These noodles are gonna suck up all that stuff. The last thing you want is a dry pasta. Tad bit more. Yeah, just like that. And I use 3/4 of this sauce right here. You can go ahead and see that. And it don't hurt to just add a touch more. Oh man, this sauce is smelling so good, I'm telling y'all. If it's a little runny, it ain't gonna hurt nothing, that's a promise. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all have all been to a Thanksgiving or your buddy's house or at Christmas, and y'all have eaten that old dry mac and cheese, and everybody's like it's good, but you know in your mind, you're like, God, if they'd have put some more cheese in it, you know, I wouldn't be talking about it right now to my wife. But anyway, you'll see this right here, this is where you wanna be, so it's creamy, moist when it comes out of this thing. So just believe me when I tell you, this is okay right here. Now we're gonna level this thing up. I got a ½ pound of bacon right here, and I'm gonna use half of this in this mixture. Save that other half for the end, or at least save some of it. Oh, I wish y'all could smell this. This is, when the smoke hits this cheese, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay out of it. Yes. All right, so this is the point now that we got it all mixed together that we wanna taste this thing. And if we need to add any ingredients, we can. That's good. I'm gonna put a little pinch of pepper in here and just another pinch of salt. Give it a little stir. So we got our pasta mixture where we want it. Now we got our 9x13 casserole dish right here. And I'm just gonna give it a little spray. Spray it down, and we're just gonna add that pasta mixture. Ooh. Make sure you scrape that bowl, get all that bacon pieces out. All right, so we got this added to our 9x13 casserole dish. We got our Pit Boss pellet grill preheated to 350. We're gonna get over there and get this thing on it. So we got the Pit Boss pellet grill preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're running hickory pellets. Get this thing opened up. I'm gonna get my baffle shut down here. Told y'all this was smokehouse mac and cheese. I wanna get a nice smoke flavor, so I'm gonna light this smoke tube. How I do that is I'm just gonna sit it right here. All right, so I got my smoke tube lit up. Like I said, this is smokehouse mac and cheese. The pellet grill don't give me that real good smoke flavor that I really like a traditional offset or Weber Smoky Mountain, etc. So I'm gonna get this thing lit just so we get a nice flavor. We're gonna put this on the top rack just like this, and we're gonna shut it down for about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll just see where we're at that point. We're right at 45 minutes. Let's look at this thing. Woo! That's what I'm looking for when I'm doing smoked mac and cheese. You can see how that whole top is bubbling. Let's get this thing off and get it over to the cutting board. So we got this thing pulled off. We got to get that crunchy topping on the smoked mac and cheese. Let me show you how I do it. I got a whole pack of Ritz crackers right here, and I'm just gonna put them in a gallon Ziploc. Get them spread out, get it zipped. We got a little meat mallet, but you can use whatever you want to, and we're just gonna crunch these things up, and we're gonna make sure they're real fine. All right, so we got this stuff beat down, and you can see I got this like almost to a powder, and that's what we're looking for right here. You can use panko if you want to, but we're bringing the flavor today. So anyway, this is how I top this thing. First thing, we'll start off with about 2 ounces of that sharp cheddar. You just want enough to cover the tops just to give it a little extra flavor and a little better appearance. Just gonna take it just like this, try to spread it out as even as I can. Then I'm gonna take that Parmesan that we had left over, and we'll do the same thing. I'm just gonna put that on top just to give it another little kick, just like that. We're not done yet. We got some bacon. We're gonna spread that bacon on. I mean, this is flavor station. If you don't like this, something's wrong with you. Now for them Ritz crackers. You can go as heavy as you want to with these breadcrumbs, or Ritz crackers, whatever you wanna call them. 10 times better than panko. It's gonna give you that little snap you need on that mac and cheese. So we got everything on top. Let's get it back on the smoker for another 15 minutes, and then we'll see what we're working with. 15 minutes, we're done. We're ready to try this mac and cheese, and I'm telling y'all, it is smelling so good. Let's cut into this thing. We got this thing on the plate. Look at this cheese right here. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all thought this was gonna be runny and nasty, but look at it. I mean, it's perfect, still moist. It's smelling incredible. Let's give this thing a try. Ooh, that is it right there. That is that smokehouse mac and cheese that you wish you could get anywhere. Guaranteed. I'm telling y'all, the cheese, the noodles, the smoke, the bacon. I mean, it is unreal. You take this to any Thanksgiving gathering, whatever. People are gonna be talking about this mac and cheese. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is so good. Try this recipe. It will not disappoint, I promise you. Again, all the links and everything that I did will be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, help this channel grow. Y'all, thanks for watching. Till next time.